We're here tipping things off. Should be a fun one. This is game one in a best of three Oceania Grand Finals.
Yeah, and Guam already with the possession, looking to score the first basket. A sharp pass straight to the corner, not going for the two from the free throw line. The ball, though, rattles out.
Now, look, you got to pay attention right there. We talked about the jitters. The formation was way off. You typically want two corners, two hashes, maybe a point guard up top as well. In that first possession that we had for Guam, they had three people on that left-hand side, and that just kind of traffics everything because then you only need two defenders to take care of three offensive players. Look, even right now, they're trying to figure out their formation. Who's going to go where? You've got the big inside. You got to go up with the quick, and they get to easy too.
Yeah, both teams have opened up, I would say, overall successfully, and I love the pace as well from both teams. Nobody's really running down the clock. They're just making sure to use those early opportunities, as I mentioned beforehand. So Flamato here slightly lingering on the three-point line. Good dribble work from him. Also screen set up, and instead goes for the deep pass over to Solomon. Now Kylie in the corner. Back over to Sensei. 2 seconds to shoot. A far two-pointer, and a difficult one at that.
That's a great job, though, by Guam by making sure that they had at least two. Oh, what a dot! Dot! Yes, sir. That's going to knock down the three to take the lead for Guam. But what I was saying was, on the defensive side, they had at least 2 to 3 people down low to get the rebound. And that's where it starts. You get the defensive rebound. You secure that possession. They're able to get the three on the other side, take the lead for the first time.
Now New Zealand, though, playing this one out till the last second. Flamato struggling to get past, had dribble work beforehand. Solomon, though, puts it up for 2 easy two-pointers. So far, neck and neck between the two teams.
And now, look, sometimes when you're the point guard, you try to do it yourself. But if you have a lock that's just, burying you in terms of bullying you, not giving you any space, you got to go ahead and call a couple of plays. And that's what I love about having the right corner come up a little bit, have a little bit of a wrap, get the open two as well, just to get some points up on the board. Because look, points are essential, but you can also go ahead and get assists to get your takeover going from a point guard perspective to help you guys out.
And I love the fact how locked in these teams are. As far as we can judge from the player cams, as another slam dunk comes through from New Zealand. The players are absolutely in the game, and you can see as well the comms are flowing. So I'm always love to see when there's clear communication between the teams. There's an idea in mind they want to execute, and they make sure they help themselves as much as possible in that sense.
Yeah, especially on the defensive side, right? You want to talk about the rotations, especially if you have a center that's going to go ahead and execute on the pick and roll. Which side is rotating? Is it on the strong side, the weak side? You can see right there, they didn't quite go ahead and bump him when he was trying to attack from the right side. You want the corner to maybe go ahead and hedge a little bit, show that you're going to attack it, but then go back to the corner as well. So again, first quarter defensive jitters, I expect them to kind of clean it up a little bit. We haven't really seen any loose balls. I don't want to jinx anything as they go ahead and miss that one, but keep an eye on the lane steals. I expect a few more of those as this game continues.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's going to happen a bit more towards the latter stages of the second half, because obviously both teams are going to be looking to make sure that they solidify whatever the scoreline is going to be. Oh, Horsey, though, with a good rebound, manages to pass it over, and that's a three-pointer for New Zealand, evening out on the scoreboard.
You can't have a gamer tag like Horsey if you're not going to get offensive rebound and get those second chance. Oh, come on, ref. That looked clean from behind, but they're going to call a foul shooting 2 now. But yeah, look, with a name like Horsey, you got to secure the offensive boards. But not just that, they found the open man too to knock down the 3. So great execution on their end to secure the tie. And now, of course, we'll see if both of these free throws get knocked down. Guam, though, staying in this one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very eager to see how this pans out as still a minute and a half remaining in the first quarter. Beautiful quick slam dunk from New Zealand to respond to those free throws, though. And now Guam really want to set themselves up for success. As you can see, the players have placed them a screen rather than being set up for lights out shady, but on steal. And that's exactly what you was talking about before, as Flamato rushing towards the net will
right
not
corner.
make it.
All right. Yeah, you had the right corner open there. But again, something to keep in mind is I think it was Guam that had a beautiful pick set. They tried to set a screen for the left hash to go down to the left corner to get it, but just miscommunication. That's why we saw the steal happen, the turnover on the other side. Oh, now they're just trying to bully the little guy.
Yeah, Kenny just went in and wanted to make sure he'll find an open lane to the net. Instead, he finds free throws, and you're always happy to see those, I suppose, if you are on the shooting side.
Oh,
Now, that's
see?
not what you want to see.
That's what we talked about earlier in the pre-show, right? The big man. Can you go ahead and knock him down? Oh, my boy. Oh, goy. Okay. All right, bro.
Hey, happens. Those are the jitters. Sense it with a far two, or is that a three? No, that's a two-pointer.
Well, I mean, look, whether you want to call it jitters or not, that man is cold. So he's going to need to kind of get a little bit more involved in this game. Maybe in the second quarter, he can get back into it. But for now, I would kind of leave him alone in that left corner because he's cold. He's going to have a tougher time to knock down the shot.
I'm sure he'll make it. You know, it's not like the first time playing for these guys. So they do, or rather, I would say, should have a plan in mind as to how that would come to fruition. Flamengo, though, with a far three. Not good, but 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸, of course, yet again is there with the rebound.
That's 5 second chance opportunity points there created by 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐸. The first one was when they got the offensive board, kicked it out for the 3. The second one is a layup that we just saw right back. And what do you know? That's what's kind of the difference in terms of this ball game, right? Is those second chance opportunities from the offensive rebounds.
Solomon with a fast breakaway play, unsuccessful on the pass, but it is out of bounds. It is going to be New Zealand's ball still nonetheless. So the quick breakaway play is stopped, but still 9.8 seconds to go in the first quarter for New Zealand to score.
See what play they come up with. Oh, okay. There you go. Kick it out. That's a long 2, but it's a free one.
Yeah, the long 2s seems like the key to success for New Zealand right now. They just need to make sure they stay behind that line. Last second opportunity, not going to go through for Guam. 19-13, leading by 6 now. New Zealand starting to come back into this. You know, we kind of slightly mentioned about the way how the pace is being set in the very initial stages of the match. Hey, you can't leave my man open like that.
You know, we talked about the first quarter jitters, and we saw New Zealand kind of, struggle a little bit, trying to get their passes, trying to get their missed opportunities cleaned up. And then, of course, as the quarter went on, they went ahead and expanded the lead against Guam as well. So those are the things that you kind of look for at the beginning of the game. But now, if you're Guam, again, there is no 9-point shot. There is no 10-point shot. You got to take it one possession at a time. If there's a 2 available, take the 2. Take the open look. Don't be greedy for a 3, because then you'll just dig yourself in that much of a deeper hole.
Well, let's see how the defense works here for Guam as they leave Flamengo wide open. Both defensive men were just looking each other in the eye as Flom was passing.
A little bit of a goaltending call there. Would have gone anyway, in my opinion.
Outside 𝐒𝐻𝐸, though. Fast pass into the far corner. G-Unit left wide open. Oh, you got to secure those.
It was a great play call, though. He's like, yeah, let me show you how to knock down them 3s. This is how you do it. This is how you time it perfectly. But a great play call, though, by Guam. Even though he didn't make the shot, he kind of cut inside, faked it, and then baked himself right back out to the right side. Keep an eye on that, because sometimes they may fake it again, or they'll just go ahead and go for the easy 2. But again, with a deficit like they currently have, you would expect them to try to get more 3s, especially if we get into the second half with the same type of deficit.
And yet another steal from New Zealand. Ball in the hands of 𝐵𝐶𝐬. Over to Solomon on the far 3-point line, and that is successful. 31-13, a mirrored score.
You have Solomon, who has 14 points up there for New Zealand. You've got, he's got more points than all of Guam at this point in time. So that tells you how much of an impact he's had on the offensive side in this matchup.
Yeah, Guam really just need to have a few words amongst themselves. So like, look, guys, we're losing now. That's fine. But like, what was working for us in the very beginning? And I think those were those fast plays. As soon as Guam started to play this out and running down the clock, that's where kind of success eluded them. As I say that, though, finally opening things up again with another 2-pointer to their name.
Now let's see if they can go ahead and get a defensive stop to go ahead and continue that momentum on the offensive side. They're looking to create, but maybe not give up the open 3.
Maybe. Yeah, so obviously a defensive style might require a bit of a switch up there to find more successes. I think just like man-on-man defense is not working out. I'm not really sure if it's the comms or just New Zealand's speed, the reason behind so many open opportunities.
Well, you can see New Zealand, you had a cut that was called by Guam. New Zealand kind of covered it, so they've done a great job on the rotation side. You see him kind of baiting off a little bit of the guy who's cold at the moment, and then unfortunately just gets blocked on that one. Let's see how they're able to capitalize, and they take the easy two, winning basketball there. They had the open three kick out to the right, but they take the easy two to build a lead right back up to 21. Now let's see what lights out Shea can do to kind of cut into this deficit.
Yeah, and he's looking for that open basket opportunity, but a right place, right time for New Zealand yet again. It seems like they're almost able to predict what the next play is going to be from Guam to get those steals in.
And you know what's helping with that prediction, in my opinion, is that Guam at the moment is not having a read and react type offense. It's a premeditated of, hey, I'm going to go ahead and go here, and no matter what happens, I'm going to dish it out. And, that's where the difference is. You got to see, hey, is a defender on this side? Okay, cool. Where are my open guys? Where can I go to? Can I take the layup myself as well? But right now, it seems like it's more of a premeditated passing and shot selection from Guam rather than a read and react.
I mean, actually, it kind of makes sense in the way that, like, if this is the first game and you have a clear game plan in mind, you can try and go for it. And if not, this still is a best of three. So I'm sure Guam has some backup ideas they want to execute on.
Yeah, very valid, right? Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And at the moment, it looks like they're getting punched in the mouth, but we'll see how they're able to bounce back. Still plenty of time left, by the way, right? Don't want to make it seem like this one's kind of over. And by any means, we still have 12 plus minutes of, basketball remaining in this matchup itself as they try to go ahead and expand the lead. New Zealand does with the 3:44-17, less than 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. But the adjustment that is made at halftime is going to be crucial, being like, hey, this didn't work in the first half. Let's test things out in the second half so we can go ahead and implement it even more in game number 2.
Yeah, and playing that one out to the fullest, starting to put up a bit of a show for us. New Zealand, 3 guys on the offensive. Could have gone even perhaps for a small alley-oop for us, the first one of the day. We saw a few of those yesterday happening.
It's been a minute since I've seen some alley-oops. I'd love to kind of build those out, get some. You know what? Let me go ahead and get a little greedy. I want to see some self alley-oops is what I want to see.
Yeah,
right?
We actually had 2 of those yesterday.
No way. Self alley-oops?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. When these teams start to feel comfortable, they're really in it to show off already at that point. But putting up plays like that also gets inside the heads of your opponent, right? So they're just thinking like, we're struggling here. These guys are just putting up alley-oops. What is going on? So you're just kind of trying to disbalance your opponent as much as possible. As the clock is being run down, a contested 3-pointer is going to rattle out, unfortunately, for Guam, as New Zealand on the offensive yet again.
Yeah, it says light pressure on that 3-point shot. I don't know why that's light pressure. That seemed like heavy pressure, but nonetheless, no pressure as New Zealand knocks down another 3.
Guam, I feel like they just need a small tasting of that second breath to get back into this. This could have been it, but Solomon is there with the rebound. What the violation called is going to be New Zealand's ball as it is out of bounds. Just a couple of seconds remaining before halftime, and we'll get to see a few highlights hopefully as well.
Let's see if they're able to continue piling it on here. They call a little bit of a play, get to the top of the key for Solomon. Great job. Way to get the crab. Oh, he can't get the shot to go, though. Just rimmed off. Who else is there? Kicks it out for the 3, and he misses again.
Just as the buzzer beats, the ball goes through the hoop finally. But yeah, what an eventful first half of the match between the two. Now, New Zealand started off actually quite slow, but were able to find the pace. And I would say the thing that really kicked it off for them were those back-to-back successful 3-pointers that just continuously found the hoop, even the far twos. So essentially, New Zealand basically not missing a shot in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and it's all going to be about how they go ahead and change the plan of attack in quarter number 3. Are they going to try to come out Guam in that sense of try to be aggressive, try to knock down more threes, or are they going to try to change things on the defensive side as well? What is going to be the way that they improve? Because again, it is a grand final for Oceania, best of 3. So there's plenty of ball game left, not just in game 1 for them to come from behind, but more importantly, more realistically in game number 2 as well to force a game number 3.
Yeah, if you're Guam, you're looking for these plays close to the net wherever possible. I really feel like just a few run-ins from the corner under the net and a fast pass to your teammate is what's needed. Or even if you see an open lane for yourself, take it, man. Like at this stage, anything goes, I would say. So let's see what 𝐒𝐿 can make happen as he passes over to Jesus, back to 𝐒𝐿 on the three-point line, finds himself wide open and makes the three-pointer count.
You know, something to keep in mind also is that you're on like a double watch for 𝐒𝐿𝐼 coming in to the third quarter. He had 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals, by the way. 4 steals is just incredible because you get more opportunities, more chances, the more extra possessions to go ahead and take a comfortable lead, which they clearly have done as well. So 𝐒𝐿𝐼 has made a huge impact here for New Zealand.
Yeah, I was speaking about most likely seeing steals towards the latter stages of the match, and New Zealand kicked it off nice and early for us today during the first match. Still, as now Flamengo finds himself wide open to take the opportunity. Of course, he makes good use of that.
Let's see if they're able to kind of continue things out here. Lights out Shady. I feel like he's had a couple of chances to go ahead and take the open shot. Might be a little bit nervous, especially, right? We can see that he's taken only 1 shot from the three-point line, hasn't made it. But as a point guard, second half, I want to see more, I want to see more three-point shots being taken there.
Yeah, it feels like perhaps a few screenplays required to set him up, or maybe he might not feel comfortable to go for these contested shots. Now, a reach-in foul being called. The ball is still going to be in the hands of Guam. It's 14 seconds on the shot clock to make the play happen. And Kenny finds himself open for the opportunity, goes for it, and is good. Those long arms really help out in that situation.
I'm just a baby. Down low. Nobody there really his size to go and toughen things up on the defensive end. Oh, come on. Now they're just playing patty cake back and forth. Hot potato, knocking down the three, just toying with them now.
Yeah, it feels like New Zealand could do no wrong at this stage, really taking any kind of shot they want. As I say that, though, Guam opening up with the same response.
Look, at this point, it's all about, let's just win a quarter. You know what I mean? Let's just win a quarter. Let's just go and build some momentum going into the fourth, and then we carry that momentum on into the game number 2 as well.
Horsey doesn't go for the shot, instead chooses to pass it back out to Flamengo. I think New Zealand as well are slightly running down the clock intentionally here, just to start to build that lead even further, not allowing Guam many chances to come back into this.
That was a beautiful play for New Zealand there. Had the pick and roll at the top of the key. He tried to bait him, and then the left corner just went ahead and got a little bit too greedy because he thought the point guard was going to go ahead and drive in. So he left the left corner, dotted it up, and that's that read and react offense that we were talking about. Saw the left corner drop, dotted, 3.
And you can see Guam is so worried about Horsey getting close to the hoop that they leave Flamengo wide open to go for the play himself. Misses this time, an uncharacteristic miss from him, of course.
Okay, all right, what you got? Yeah, see, I don't know about this offensive play call. Okay, he got a little bit of space. My bad, big dog.
Kenny makes it work. You can see the players on the side of Guam are happy about that play, thinking, how did they let that go through?
Let's see. Okay. See, now Horsey is just like, look, it's not just the offensive rebounds I got a bit of pick and roll action in me as well.
Absolutely, making sure he stays relevant. Now look at Flamengo, though, running away with it, 27 points.
We've seen some great stat lines. I know so far people are just trying to, get 100 as a player as well. A little bit of selfishness. But look, when the game is kind of, the way that it is at the moment, yeah, you want to have a little bit of fun. Go for some streaks. Go for some records. We're still on a double watch. My apologies. As 𝐒𝐿𝐼 has 16 points and 9 rebounds. So as soon as he gets one more rebound, that'll be a double. You also have Flamengo, who has 27 points and 9 assists. So a rebound and assist away from doubles from a couple of players from New Zealand.
Looking at things have gone so far, yesterday we didn't get really into a match that broke the 100-point score line. I feel like New Zealand might be able to do it here in the last quarter.
See, now you just jinxed them. Now they're going to finish at 98, 99, and it's going to be all your fault.
Surely that was not intentional, right? In the hopes of having a close match.
I'm telling you, chat, as soon as, look, if the range is 96 to 99, I am so bringing this comment back. The time is 3:20 a.m. in the United States on the East Coast side is when that comment was made. I'm just saying, for the record.
It's in the protocol, yeah?
You got the script. Got it.
You
Understood.
got the script,
no worries.
absolutely.
See?
Ooh.
Now we got conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah, but as we were speaking of, New Zealand almost lost the possession on the offensive, though. They make the three-pointer work. It's 77-35. Doubling up on Guam's scoreline is New Zealand, feeling themselves, I would say, rather comfortable in this match so far.
I mean, yeah, you got to have more than just one player in double digits if you're Guam, right? You got to get way more offensive output from everybody. A couple of shots just haven't gone in for G Unit, 1 for 5 so far. Look to get him a bit more involved, but you can't have, now you have now you have 2 people from Guam that are in the double digits, including 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐤𝐿, 671. I'm curious what 671 is. I don't know if that's like an area code or.
I think so, because G Unit also has 671 too.
Yeah, you have G Unit, 𝐒𝐫𝐫𝐤𝐿, and Kenny as well.
Yeah, Kenny. All right. Well, we'll have to ask them. I'll see. I'll actually have a look.
Hopefully the answer doesn't get us in trouble. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I won't ask. Maybe that's a you thing. You're the new guy. You get a little bit of slack. You know what I mean?
It's the country code.
Wow. That was
country calling code. So 671. Yeah.
All right. That wasn't as cool as I thought it would be.
Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, but at least, representing on the jerseys, representing in their names, you really feel the pride in the nation.
Oh, amen to that. I mean, look, no matter what the scoreboard says, the fact that you get to put on for your country and try to make it to the Philippines on a world stage, I think is an incredible blessing and have the opportunity to play here.
Absolutely. So first minute in the fourth quarter has already passed, as I feel like Guam are starting to ramp up the pace slightly here, and it might be just New Zealand presenting the opportunity, but hey, use every opportunity you can get, as Flamito goes for another fast breakaway play dunk, and he's been quite successful at finding those chances.
A little bit of a tightrope there by Lights Out Shady on the right side, and that's an unfortunate turnover there, something we've seen one too many times from Guam.
Horsey with the rebound, though. Back over to the three-point line. There's a steal we want to see from Guam. G Unit with a breakaway play. Instead, passes over to Legalize Guam. Left-hand side. Goes for the play. Passes over to Kenny. Kenny using that stance up to the max. Make sure it counts.
That drop is just incredible. Maybe that's the offensive game plan for game number 2. Just like, you know what? It's boring. It's slow, but it's methodical. And if it works, then why not keep going to it? Nice find for the open 3 on the right side.
Yeah, I feel like they can start to utilize Kenny even more. So long as New Zealand can't really find an answer to that play, make sure it counts every single time, and Kenny does exactly that. Flamita dove a far 3 from the right-hand side. Of course, it goes through.
I just hope you know that if G Unit scores a 3-point shot, I need you to do the G Unit thing.
The G Unit thing.
You know? I got you. I got you offline. I got you. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But the way it's going, maybe the opportunity won't even come.
Well, New Zealand still has the opportunity to get into that 100 points.
Watch. See, now he's going to miss his shot. Now this shot's a definite miss.
I'm just checking if
if
the caster's curse is still a thing.
Oh my God, bro! They've missed 2 of them. They've missed 2 of them. B.
Okay. I'm not saying anything about points anymore,
bro. I swear, if they miss another shot here,
no way, right? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Flamito doesn't miss.
All right, but the disrespect though, to be playing in a game, grand finals, Oceania, be in the Twitch chat. I'm talking about Salamana.
Oh, he's
in the Twitch chat, throwing up the question marks. Because someone called out Kenny for stat padding.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, that is confidence. That is just confidence. And that's also the glory of playing online before you get to the Philippines. And it looks like New Zealand at least are 1 foot on the plane, judging by game number 1.
Now you've got folks saying, wait till you verse the U.S. Well, look, the U.S. is a big top dog, right? But before you get there, though, U.S. has to make it as well, right?
Yeah, I was about to say they need to make it.
They've got to go ahead and get the job done, but the regions themselves have to go ahead and get there in the first place as well. So plenty of ball game left as they look to knock down the open three, and they do, to get themselves across 50.5.
Yeah, I think this last minute is something that Guam can slowly start using to discuss what the game plan is going to be heading into game number 2 in this best of 3 series. As you know, given that it is a best of 3, Guam absolutely need to take the next in order to extend the series to a three match game. And was that
yeah, it was just an intentional. Yeah, it was just a little bit of an intentional foul there. Not gonna lie. Just because it's 98, now I just hope New Zealand doesn't score for the remaining of this game. Just for your curse.
Well,
just for your curse.
Nah, there we go. That's the first 100 points that we see on the scoreboard. Well, given at least I didn't have the opportunity yesterday. It came close, though, in one of the matches. And it's Kenny at least adding some last and final dots on the ice. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. And New Zealand looking to close it out. Nice and confident. Solomon wide open 3, of course, that goes through. Didn't hit the green, though.
Did not, but he was able to knock him down. What an impact he's had on this game. I'm sure we'll talk about it in the recap here as well as Guam. Okay, all right, my bad. Yo, where it's been all day, Guam? Where were the 3-point shots? What's happening?
They're like, oh, wait, yeah, we can do this.
That's an option.
That's an option. Horsey, though, oh, God, doesn't find the rim.
I will say, though, I'm talking a lot of trash. They made 50% of 3-point shots. So let me not pretend like it's been that bad. They've made 10 of 20, and the free throw votes continue for the big man.
Oof. Well, there's also an idea and a thing to look out for Guam. If they can put Horsey on the line, they know they most likely don't have to worry about those free throws.
You've got another knockdown 3 from the corner. The final seconds in this game 1.
That's going to be it. That's the buzzer beating. And first game taken by New Zealand in a confident fashion, I would say. And,